What if I told you that the biggest heists in history weren't carried out by Hollywood masterminds, but by real people who walked among us? A group of men stopping a train in the middle of the night and vanishing with millions. A pair of fake cops casually walking into a museum and stealing $500 million in art, never to be seen again. A gang digging a tunnel under a city for months and pulling off the most insane bank robbery of all time. These aren't movie scripts. These really happened. And today, we're breaking down the craziest real-life heists in history, how they pulled it off, and what went wrong. Let's get into it. The Great Train Robbery, 1963. It was supposed to be an ordinary night. A train carrying mail and cash from Glasgow to London. Nothing out of the ordinary. Until a gang of robbers turned it into one of the biggest heists of all time. They didn't use guns or brute force. Instead, they relied on intelligence, planning, and a little help from an inside man. They rigged the railway signals to stop the train, overpowered the crew, and made off with £2.6 million, which is over $60 million in today's money. But here's where it gets crazy. These weren't seasoned criminals. They were ordinary men. Some had never even committed a crime before. They thought they had the perfect plan. But one mistake, leaving behind fingerprints at their hideout, led to their downfall. And yet, the mastermind, Ronnie Biggs, managed to escape prison and lived freely in Brazil for 36 years before finally turning himself in. A life on the run. Was it worth it? The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum Heist, 1990. Now, imagine breaking into one of the most famous museums in America and walking away with $500 million worth of art. That's exactly what happened on the night of March 18th, 1990. Two men dressed as police officers knocked on the museum doors. The guards let them in, assuming it was a routine check. Within minutes, the guards were tied up, and the thieves had the entire museum to themselves. They didn't just grab random paintings. They took masterpieces by Vermeer, Rembrandt, and Degas, as if they knew exactly what they were looking for. And here's the wild part. The artwork has never been found. No arrests, no suspects, just a cold case that haunts the art world to this day. Who were they? And more importantly, where are those paintings now? The Banco Central burglary, 2005. Now, this is the kind of heist that sounds completely impossible. A group of criminals spent 3 months digging a tunnel 260 feet long, straight into a bank vault. They rented a small house near the Banco Central in Fortaleza, Brazil, and disguised themselves as a landscaping business. Every day, they worked on their tunnel, going unnoticed. And when the time was right, they broke into the bank's vault and stole $70 million in cash, without setting off a single alarm. Authorities were stunned. How could someone pull this off so perfectly? But just like every great crime, mistakes were made. Over time, many members of the gang were caught, but the mastermind, Antonio Josevan Alves, disappeared with most of the money. The Antwerp Diamond Heist, 2003, diamonds, gold, and jewelry, worth $100 million, vanished from the world's most secure diamond vault in Belgium. How? A criminal mastermind named Leonardo Notarbartolo spent years planning the perfect heist. He rented an office in the Antwerp Diamond Center, gained the trust of traders, and studied every security system in place. Then, one weekend, he and his team bypassed 10 layers of security, including heat sensors, motion detectors, and a vault door with 100 million possible combinations. It was the perfect crime, or so they thought. A simple sandwich wrapper left at the crime scene led to Leonardo's arrest. He was sentenced to 10 years, but the diamonds? Never recovered. What do all these heists have in common? Careful planning, inside knowledge, and patience. But here's the real twist. Most of the criminals either got caught or lost their fortune in the end. They outsmarted the system, but in the end, the system always caught up. And maybe, just maybe, the perfect heist doesn't exist. So what do you think? Were these heists acts of genius? Or just lucky criminals who ran out of time? Let us know in the comments. And if you love uncovering real-life mysteries, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon, because we have plenty more mind-blowing stories coming your way. Stay curious, stay sharp, and we'll see you in the next video.